welcome to Would I Lie to You at Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a man who knows all about the story of Christ as they were at school together. It's comedy legend Barry Cryer. And a comedian and actor who lists among his hobbies cricket, fly fishing and tea tasting. We've had him flown all the way here from 1953. From Rev, it's Miles Jupp. On David Mitchell's team tonight, forget 10 lords a-leaping or 7 swans a-swimming. We'd prefer 1 Miranda a-falling. It's Miranda Hart. And he's the comedy actor who does episodes of episodes with his friend who was in Friends. It's Stephen Mangan. So, let's begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they've got no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Stephen Mangan is first up. Stephen, off you go.
One Christmas, my wife bought me a dog. Rather than think up a name for it, I took him for a walk in a cemetery and named him after the first gravestone he showed an interest in.
Well, that's lovely and festive, isn't it? Please, Steve.
What was on the initial gravestone?
John Samuels.
John Samuels. So your dog is called John Samuels?
Dog is called John Samuels.
And this...
He's a Bedlington Terrier. They're sort of, do you know, they've got curly hair.
Was it chosen, the curly-haired dog, for any specific reason, Stephen?
No, I can't think of a reason why I'd choose a curly-haired dog.
This dog, has he got big gnashes?
Lee,
I'm not sure where this is going.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Oh, yeah, sorry. This dog, has it got big gnashes? Happy Christmas.
What time of day do you tend to walk your dog in cemeteries, Stephen?
Well, he was only a puppy, so I was actually carrying him, so it wasn't really a walk.
So how did he show interest if you were carrying him? Did he leap from your arms?
He wagged his tail.
Wagged his tail. And up until that point, he hadn't wagged his tail.
OK.
He'd had a really miserable Christmas. He'd had a miserable walk or carry. Everything.
Here's the story. I'd asked my wife, if you're watching this, to cover John Samuel's ears. We told him it was the one he showed an interest in, but we'd, or his ears covered, had secretly decided it was going to be the first one inside the gate. He thinks it's because he wagged his tail, but actually it was the first...
He thinks it's because he wagged his tail.
Yeah.
Think about what you're saying, Steve.
He thinks
Have you had a chat with him? Wait till he finds out he was adopted. He's going to go...
Tell us about the lovely, heartwarming scenario on Christmas morning when Mrs. Mangan whipped out a puppy for you. I mean, was it I think you know full well that's not what I meant, Miranda. How did she present the puppy to you?
The puppy came with her parents.
Wow, that's a hell of a present.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a special offer?
They were coming round to ask for lunch, and they brought the puppy in a little basket with a bow round its neck.
Oh, that's lovely.
And a big sign saying, to Stephen.
Honestly, Stephen, how much did you want the dog?
A lot. I've always wanted a dog. My mum never let us have animals. We had a cat once, but it wasn't allowed in the house.
You haven't really got the cat then, have you, in that case? Did she just point at cats?
Well,
yeah, that belongs to us. We had a cat, but he wasn't allowed in the house.
Well, there was a
in that
room...
case, we own a cow.
Is this the first time you've done this?
Yeah, we only have one dog.
Pets,
We've got one dog, that's it. No.
You got any children?
2 children.
How did you name them?
What, Burger King and Boots?
So what are you thinking, Lee? Does this sound truthful to you?
I'm not sure, really. What do you think, Barry?
Too much erratic detail in it. I don't think the narrative holds together.
Miles?
I think this couldn't be less true.
You don't think it could be less true?
No.
What if it's a lie? That's definitely less true if it's a lie, isn't it?
If I'm going
I don't think
if I'm going to talk
less.
semantics with someone tonight, Lee, it won't be you.
I love having Miles on the show. He's the only person in the world that can make David Mitchell sound like Danny Dyer.
I don't believe Stephen.
So you think it's a lie?
I do think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yes.
Well, I disagree with you, so I think it's not true.
Right, Stephen, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
Amazingly, it's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Stephen didn't take his dog for a walk in the cemetery to choose its name. Barry, you're next.
I'm in a four-man pub quiz team with a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker.
David's team.
What's the name of this team?
Quartet.
How did you get to know the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker?
In the pub, there was much mirth because we realised it was butcher, baker, and candlestick maker.
What's the name of your butcher friend?
Harry Granger.
And the
Was
baker?
quite quick.
Ed.
Ed what?
Ed Saville.
And the candlestick maker.
It's called...
He's called Bill Grimes.
No, it's not!
Just because you're dressed in like the 19th century, the names don't have to be for the 19th century.
So, Barry, remind me again, the three names are?
Bill, Harry, and Ed.
And their surnames?
Grimes. Do you know, you've got me there.
Savile Granger.
OK, next question.
Granger. Have the visitors been?
They brought you some flowers, Barry,
they?
and some chocolates, yes.
They steal your trousers when you're asleep.
So what do you think then, David?
What do you think, Miranda?
I don't know.
I do.
I think it's completely and utter untrue.
Codswallop.
Codswallop.
So what are you going to say, David?
Well, I think we'll say it's a lie.
Yeah.
I think it's a lie.
Yes.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Barry, truth or lie?
It was.
Yes, it's a lie. Barry's not in a four-man pub quiz team. Miles, you're next.
Every morning, I eat one of those mini multi-pack cereals, but to save time and washing up, I pour the milk straight into the packet.
David's team.
One of the mini variety pack cereals.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
Are you often in a rush of a morning? Why are you needing to save time, please?
What I don't enjoy doing is washing up, and I've taken a sort of stand. I bought a dishwasher, and my wife doesn't like dishwashers, so she insists that I wash everything up.
Wow.
What is it about dishwashers that Mrs. Jupp objects to?
Yeah.
She objects to the noise. She objects
Oh, they're
to
so
They are very
noisy,
noisy.
aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like a pneumatic drill in the corner of the kitchen.
If you have a problem with some of my wife's opinions, you must take this up with her, Rob. I'm not... She objects to the rise of the machines.
Does she think that the dishwasher represents the thin end of some kind of robotic takeover wedge?
Yeah, robotic takeover wedge is the very phrase, David.
Where does she stand on the Hoover?
That is not how a Hoover operates.
Miles, what are the cereals you get in those little boxes?
This is the test, isn't it?
Well, you get Frosties,
Good
Rice
stuff.
Krispies,
Nice.
Yep.
cornflakes, Crunchy Nut cornflakes, Cocoa Pops.
3 more to go.
What's your favourite?
If you don't get this right, this last one, it'll be Cheerio to you.
That reminds me, hula hoops, what are they called? No, Cheerios,
good.
and then it's actually on a rotation, so there will be some swaps. You don't always get 8 separate.
Can we trouble you for a full mime?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You've got a little box of Cocoa Pops there.
I draw up the inner bag and I open it like this carefully.
Yeah, draw
Nice
out its little underwear.
You've given away a lot there, David.
So I pour the milk into the bag, and then I eat the cereal, and then when there's a little bit of milk left over, I pour that into my mouth.
Meanwhile, his wife sat in the corner weeping.
Do you find no problem of sort of sloppage between bag and inner cardboard?
Well, if I spilled something, I would get some sort of disposable material, such as kitchen roll, and wipe it up and then drop it straight into the...
You don't find that something sort of leaks down, a bit of sticky goo, in a way that would be displeasing to someone as tidy as you?
No,
This is like C-3PO talking to R2D.
I don't have any breakfast time seepage issues.
Well, when you've been married a while, that sort of stuff does tend to tail off. What do you think, truth or lie?
Well, what's clear is that Miles' wife is Amish. He's not accepting of her religious views.
Yeah.
And that's very, very sad. What do you think, Stephen?
I think he's thrashing about and drowning in a lye soup.
What are you thinking, Miranda?
Because it's so ridiculous, I'm veering towards the truth.
You think true?
Yeah, why not?
You think lie?
I think a lie.
I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie? OK. Miles, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a lie.
It was a lie. Yeah. Miles doesn't pour milk straight into cereal packets to save time. Right. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Mike. So, Barry, what is Mike to you?
This is Mike, who is one of the 3 kings who came to visit me at Christmas.
OK. Miles, what is Mike to you?
This is Mike. We were once told off by our neighbour because our snowman was using up too much snow.
Right. And Lee, what's your relationship with Mike?
This is Mike, and last year I ordered my Christmas turkey from his farm, but I never got to eat it because I formed an unbreakable bond with the bird.
So there we have it. Barry's Christmas king, Miles's fellow snow hog, or Lee's turkey trader. David's team, where would you like to begin?
So, Barry,
Yes.
your story is unclear at the moment. Are you saying that you're the baby Jesus?
No, it was Christmas, and 3 kings visited me.
Right, that's clear.
What countries were they king of?
They were not kings in the regal sense at all,
In what sense were they kings?
in sense of their name.
Their surname was King.
Yes.
I get it now. Suddenly it's more plausible.
Here we go again. What are the names of the 3 kings?
Mike,
Phew!
Tony,
Tony King.
and Dennis.
Dennis King.
Dennis King.
It's a very warm memory I've got of them visiting. I was in hospital.
They visited you in hospital?
Yes.
Can we ask the nature of your hospital visit, or is that too personal a question?
Oh, there might be people eating and watching this.
There won't be anyone watching it, but there might be people eating.
I was bandaged up extensively.
Like a mummy?
I was. That's true.
You were bandaged all over,
Yes.
but you don't think it appropriate to say why.
Well, if you insist. I
Yes.
didn't
Yes,
use
we
it.
do.
Eczema.
Happy Christmas time. Happy Christmas time.
Happy Xmas.
Right, what about Miles?
OK, Miles, you and Mike were making a snowman together.
A neighbour was very cross with us because our snowman had used too much snow.
Set the scene. Where were you making the snowman?
Northampton.
So you live in Northampton.
No, I don't live in there. Mike lives in Northampton.
So,
And I was staying in Northampton.
and why
At
were
Mike's.
you staying with Mike?
Yes, because he rents rooms to actors.
So, what was the play you were doing in
It was
Northampton?
called The Way of the World.
Right, and you were staying with Mike.
That's right, yeah.
How did the topic of building a snowman with this relative stranger?
Say relative
get
stranger.
brought
I was staying in Mike's house for 2.5 months. What would happen? I would go back to the digs after the show, and Mike would often still be up and say, "Oh, I've just opened a bottle, and do you want a glass?" So I'd sit and we'd chat about how did it go, and I'd say, "Oh, Mike, it was another absolute triumph." And
So you got to know Mike, and then one day it snowed, and Mike said, "We're friends now."
And at that point, words weren't necessary. You both looked at each other. Come on, Mike.
So that it snowed.
Yeah.
And who brings up the subject of building a snowman?
Oh,
You or
Mike smokes, so he would go outside on the doorstep. And one night
That's
he went
when he noticed the snow.
Well, he hadn't looked out the window at that point because I was telling him theatrical anecdotes, so he was absolutely riveted. He would have no reason to look anywhere other than straight at, whichever part of my body I was using to tell the story.
Which parts of your body can you use to tell stories?
He's a proper actor. He tells stories with his whole body.
It's not just neck-up cynicism.
But so Mike hadn't noticed the snow. He went outside.
He said, "Do you know it's snowing?" And so I wandered out, and I was like, "Oh wow, I haven't made a snowman for ages." And we were talking about making snowman, and I said, "You know that thing when you start rolling snow, and you can make a snowman really big really quickly because you roll it and it starts picking up." And I started demonstrating.
But only if the snow has already lain and you said it's snowing. Thank you.
Yeah, but how?
I think what you're underestimating, Miranda, is the length of Miles's anecdote. It starts snowing, and then the anecdote finishes. It's about 6 feet of it.
Now it seems more plausible.
Yes. Right, and then what happened?
I used the snow from probably about 3 or 4 houses. I've used all that snow to make one enormous, ridiculously large snowman.
And then what happened? Because then there was an altercation.
When I went out the house the next morning, a chap that lived like 2 doors down said, "Did you know who built the snowman?" I said very proudly, "I built this snowman." And he said, "Well, you've used up all the snow, haven't you?"
Does this house have a back garden?
It does, but the back garden has multiple, lots and lots of locks, whereas the front one, you wanted a cigarette, so you just...
Why did he have so many locks on his back door?
Well, because people are more likely to break into the back... You must know this. People are more likely to break into the back of the house than the front. Yeah.
Now then, Lee's story.
Lee and your bird.
Mike sold you a turkey, is that right?
No, I went to his farm to choose a turkey, but I never got to eat it because I formed an unbreakable bond with that bird.
And it's here tonight!
What was the nature of this bond?
I went to the farm in around about beginning of November, and you choose your bird, and then I was driving past again, and I thought I'd just pop in, have a look at my bird, and so he showed me, and that's when I had a proper look at it, and it looked back at me, and there was something about the look that that he gave me that just made me think I don't want to kill him and eat him. So
did you immediately feel that?
No. This was after we'd had dinner, and. It was about the 3rd day, I think.
So what did you do to save the bird's life?
I said to Mike, change of plan, I will take it home.
What did you have for Christmas dinner that year?
We had turkey, but not that turkey.
So did you say, I'll take him as a pet,
I'll kill
that one, chop its head off? Because he won't give me the time of day.
So where do you keep a turkey?
In the first place, in the shed, I cleared away all the sharp implements.
Bit of potpourri in a bowl.
If you're not going to take my story seriously, Stephen, I don't want to talk to you.
How did your wife react? She was
well, she, as you know, lives in the shed as well, so she was... she wasn't happy, and she said, I think it's time I made a move into what she calls the house. So, I let her in the house.
What did you call the turkey?
Istanbul.
Istanbul? Why?
It's in Turkey.
Turkey.
Right, so, David's team. Is Mike Barry's Christmas king, Miles' fellow snow hog, or Lee's turkey trader?
I'm all about Miles.
Yeah.
In every way.
I think it's Barry.
Do you?
Do you?
Do we think Lee is definitely not...
We think Lee is definitely not true. So you think it's Miles?
I think it's Miles.
Stephen's saying Miles.
Sometimes I'm saying Miles, sometimes I'm saying Barry. I'm confused.
It's Barry.
You say it's Barry? OK. Mike, would you please reveal your true identity?
Yeah, I'm the Mike King with the 3 kings who visited Barry on Christmas Day.
Yes, Mike is Barry's Christmas king. Thanks very much, Mike. Thank you. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Live. And we start with... It is David.
possession.
Now, behind your chair is a box. Open the box, read the card, and then take out the possession.
Beautiful
Oh,
box.
these-
I like
Look
it.
at that. This is entertainment.
Yes. This is my cape. I used to put it on, pretend I was Doctor Who, and head into my TARDIS. Or, as my parents called it, the airing cupboard.
Put the cape on.
All right. It is.
Come, feel free, David. Come and use the floor space. Think back to your dancing days. Come out and use the floor. You could have a glamorous assistant in the form of Miranda.
Oh,
Miranda, would you help
certainly.
David get into his cape?
Hang on.
Am I
Do we
doing
put
it?
this over there?
That's what
And
I'm
that'll
thinking.
Hold it in place.
There we go.
That fits.
There.
That actually fits you really well. Were you exactly the same size as a child?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see you properly, David. Could you come and stand in front of me and twirl round? So you just
lovely.
Yes, that's
That is
actually.
a much
and how
needed
old?
reminder of the
How
film
old were
Magician.
you? When was this?
I think...
This is how I picture you walking round your house now.
How old was I? I think at the time I was first given this cape, I think I was about maybe 10?
10!
In that cape?
Maybe 9. It was too big for me initially.
Right.
Hang on a second. Whoa. When you were 9, so to give us an idea of the height, go down, just go give us knees, and we'll see how much it would have dragged. So that would have been you as...
Hang on, it's
With
rock.
your shoes for a second.
Rocking.
Can I take this off?
What are you doing?
Well, your shoes.
Oh, I see. Right,
Give
sorry,
an
yes,
idea
yeah,
how
yeah.
you might have looked in those days.
Yeah. This is how the police do sort of aging profiling.
Yes.
What would he have looked like a few years
Just
ago?
get yourself on. Hang on, this one's got to
There we go. It would be...
Did you say your mum and dad got you this cape?
my mum made it.
Your mum made it.
Yeah.
But
Even
if she
though
made it for you, had she no idea what size it should be?
Were you a close family, David?
Yes, he ain't cramping my knee.
You can go back to your seat.
yeah.
I give
Right.
you permission.
you look like a very middle-class disgruntled Dracula. I didn't get any blood tonight. I'll just shrug back to my chair and bite some virgin's neck tomorrow, I suppose.
So what do you think, Lee? Is it the truth or is it a lie?
I think. What do you think, Barry?
Not a shred of truth.
You don't think? I think it could be true.
It sounds incredibly likely. In fact, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if this is a habit that's actually finished. I imagine he's...
So Barry says a lie.
I'm the odd one out here, aren't I?
You say true.
I hope it's true. I think it's lovely.
I think it's lovely as well. So I'll say it's true.
You're going to say true.
All right.
David, truth or lie?
It is, of course, true.
Yes, it's true. David used to wear his cape and pretend he was Doctor Who. So, next, it's Miranda.
I will not get out of bed on Christmas morning until I have smoked a full cigar.
What age did this start?
About 33.
What made you start?
Well, when I was giving up smoking, I smoked those thin cigars. So I thought, well, that's not really smoking. And then when I properly gave up smoking, I thought this should just be... It was a Christmas and birthday treat.
How long does it take you to smoke the cigar?
About 6 months, and then start on the birthday one. Always got one on the go, but great to have given up smoking.
Do you smoke the whole cigar?
Smoked the whole cigar.
And how long does that take?
A couple of hours.
That's a lot of puffing.
You're still in bed.
Still in bed.
Do you have the cigar ready the night before, and the little match and everything? You're ready to go?
No, we have stockings in the morning, so we all then huddle around my bed.
Oh, so the family and friends have to come to you, to the
me.
base
Yeah,
of the bed, and no present opening until it's finished.
Have you by now slipped into the Christmas onesie, or are you still in your negligee?
Negligee.
Yeah, we're all imagining, because there's nothing more arousing than a woman lying down and smoking a big fat cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
I prefer a Woodbine girl myself. Merry Christmas, Lee. Can't get out of bed till this is finished.
So what are you going to say, then?
What do we think, Barry?
I've got a 100% wrong record on this current
It's time for a change,
It's
Barry.
time for a change.
Whatever you say, we're going with.
I think it's true.
In fact, it's a
You
lie.
think it's true? Is that what you're saying, Lee?
No, absolutely opposite. No. What do you think?
I think it's true.
Oh, you think it's true?
Yeah.
You both say true.
I'm going to say true.
Well, I'll go with my team and say it's true.
You say it's true. OK, Miranda, the cigar, Christmas morning. Truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, it's a lie. Miranda does not smoke a full cigar before she gets out of bed on Christmas morning. Next. It's Lee.
I have perfect pitch, so can listen to any noise and tell you what musical note it is. B flat. I'm joking, I can't do...
You can't do it.
So can you sing us a G?
I can't sing. I can listen to a note and tell you what pitch it is, but I'm not actually very good at... Are you upset?
What was that?
Do it again. Yeah, got it.
What's...
That will be... That's A.
So when did you discover you could do this?
About 30 seconds ago.
So, do you play a musical instrument?
Two, I do... No.
So
Yes, I do play musical instruments.
What do you play?
I play guitar, triangle...
Well, you know what, Lee? It's funny you should mention a triangle because...
Yeah. Ah, the triangle.
You tell me what this is.
Ooh, that is out of tune. Do it again. One more time, louder. Oh, I'll be there in a minute, I'm just going to serve this customer. G.
It's a G.
G, that.
It's a G. I don't know if it is or not.
It is. There. David, your tea's ready. Is that the end of the game?
Yes.
That was that last whistle. That was a P.
So what do you think, David? Could that be true?
Stephen?
No.
It's a nonsense. It's all rubbish.
Lie.
They're all saying lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It was a fact, a lie.
Oh, a surprise. Yes, it was a lie. Lee doesn't have perfect pitch. Well, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team have romped home to a Christmas victory, 5 points to 2.
Merry Christmas.
We got hammered. But it's not just a team game, and my individual Christmas liar is Miles Jupp. Yes, Miles Jupp. His pants are on fire, which is amazing when you consider how hard it is to get tweed to burn. Good night.
With my business acumen,
My scientific know-how.
And I'm also here.
we can do anything.
Yeah!
The team is back for its last hurrah.
Are you wearing women's slacks?
Yes, I am.
The IT Crowd, tonight at 9.